But what up, one person who's you? Say something, yo. Say something. Who, who, hey, what up, Superwoman? I'm good. Didn't feel like playing poker tonight. I'm burned out. I've been chilling. I was reading a book since I don't watch TV. And now that I'm 40, I don't have a hot one night stand lined up. So I sit in bed until I get tired. How about yourself? Who the hell's Joey? Joey, what? Why ain't the chat updated? No, my birthday was in March. Hey, Giacomo, Mafia wannabe, forget about it. I better be careful. I don't want to end up in a trunk of a car or swimming with the fishes. Forget about it. Yeah, I don't know. Never seen the name in my life. Where are you from, Joey Diamonds? Are you really part of the Lucchese crime family? Thank you, Superwoman. I appreciate that. Settle down. Jimmy Bones will bring the money. Who's Jimmy Bones? Who's he bringing money to? But I already forgot about it. Forget about it. Are you a authentic New York mobster? Forget about it. I gotta go see Sammy about a thing, you know. He owes me a couple points on the VIG. Big Tony got caught, loan shark, and so he had to go back with the construction crew. I do all my business in waste management. Forget about it. Superwoman, where you from? Forget about it. You too, Joey Diamonds. Chicago? How come you rock a New York mafia family? Chicago's cool. I think you're a bot, bro. You keep saying the same thing. Get about it. If you're a real person, you're a comedian, you're a comic genius because I try not to crack up right now. Forget about what? Jesus Christmas. Wow. The internet is something else. I tell you. Oh shit. It really is, Superman. I'm glad you're witnessing this with me. I don't know if it's a bot or what, but after every question I ask, he answers and then tells me to forget about it. Hey Joey, who's winning the NBA championship? You got any inside info? I need to make a bet. You sure? Oh, Boston Large. All right. How confident are you on that, bro? Do you watch my content? How'd you find me? I, I can't breathe. It's so fun. This guy's gotta be trolling. He's on cue. He answers every question, and literally like 4 seconds later tells me to forget about. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Please tell me you're a real person, Joey. You, oh my gosh, you're a legend, whoever you are. Because this Joey guy, like clockwork, answers everything I ask him, and then 4 seconds later says, "Forget about." He's been doing it the entire time he's been in here, like super organized. It's fucking wild. I've never seen this person in my life. Are you a subscriber or random? Subscribe. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What made you subscribe to my content? What caught your eye, Joey? And please don't say your punchline. Seriously, what kind of content? You're from Chicago. You like seeing Detroit stuff? You gotta stop, man. I'm gonna laugh myself. This is fucking phenomenal. At least it's a funny troll, if anything. Holy mackerel. You made my night, Joey Diamond. Superwoman, if you bounce, thanks for stopping in. Is that right, Joey? Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. No, I haven't been partying, no, Superwoman, not at all. I've been playing poker, like 18-hour sessions and sleeping most of the day away. No partying for me. I'm going to Vegas second week of July until maybe August for the World Series of Poker. So I'm sure the snow flurries will be flying in Vegas with my poker crew. So I might be bad, but whatever happens in Vegas stays, right? What about you, Joey Diamonds? I'm sure you got ties in Vegas. You mafia guy. Where you live, Superwoman? Are you from the Metro Detroit area? That's not good. That's spooky. I hope you didn't harm anyone, Joey. Oh, jeez. I'm lame. I can't get no one in here but Superwoman. I appreciate you. Thank you, Superwoman. I appreciate that. But watch hours is the stupidest thing ever. Shorts don't count towards your watch hours to get monetized. With shorts, I have over 5,000 watch hours within the last 365 days. Without shorts, I got 3,200 and some. So I need 800 more hours. Well, it's dumb, put it that way. Lifetime, since I've had my channel, I got like 15,000 watch hours, but they do the stupid rolling 365. So it's so dumb. Any watch hours I had on my channel from today in 2022 won't count tomorrow towards my active watch hours. The dumbest system ever. In shorts, they make it impossible. You got to have 90 million views from shorts or 4,000 watch hours. That's crazy. I got another phone that I freaking run 24/7 on a loop playing all my videos, but the hours don't go up. I use my mom's account, then my sister's account. I'm changing the name. I don't get it. But it says for the last 28 days, I've had 1,036 watch hours. Yet in the last 365 days, I only have 3,200. I think their system's got a glitch. I'm not worried about being monetized. I'm financially stable and fine, but it would be cool to make a little side cash doing what I do. I'd be able to use it for the channel, hooking out people, buying things, doing giveaways, start like a Patreon and then do like contests and stuff. But I don't think my watch hours are ever gonna get there. I'm averaging 128,000 views a month, yet my watch hours aren't at 4,000 yet. Insane. Don't you? Isn't it like $5 a view estimation they pay you? If that's the case, this month I was 127,000 views. So what would that be? 500, about $600 check. That wouldn't be bad. Well, that was April. May, it's dropped. Right now, I'm only at like 84,000 views average for May because I haven't really posted new material until yesterday. In April, I was posting 3, 4 videos a day. And then in May, I went 4, 5 days numerous times without a new video. I would always post a short though, but it makes a difference because April was my best month numbers wise. That's the month I was pumping out the most content. Yeah, I know it's flawed because my sister made a YouTube channel and we looked at my YouTube numbers where my hours were, and then she let it run for 3 straight days nonstop, 72 hours. When I checked 3 days later, I lost 60 hours. It, it's crazy. I don't think they make it so you can achieve it. I don't know. When I first was really active in the Chosen One community 3 years ago, when I first started YouTube and would do lives all the time, I hit 4,000 hours in like 6 months. Lives are the easiest way to hit the view hours. I used to do like 3, 4 hour lives every night with 25, 30 people in the room. So that shoots your numbers up quick. But at that time, I only had like 300 subs. Then I moved away from the Chosen One community completely, stopped paying attention to it, and started focusing on my content. And my subs jumped from 400 to 1,000 in like 4 or 5 months. Now I'm at 1,500 and haven't watched any Chosen One community regulars channels in a while. I can't stand it. It's so repetitive. It's the same shit for the last 3 years. They whine and cry about the drama and how it's affecting their lives and this and that, but they stay in it. All you got to do is stop participating with the people and it will go away. Like, I stopped engaging with anyone in the community and I couldn't tell you what's going on now, and no one talks about me anymore. That would be the same for anyone if they just totally moved on from it. But deep down, they love it. It's their drug. They want the attention and the drama. They just act like they are bothered by it, but it's like addicting to them. They're seeking attention. I don't know. It's a wild community. There's some definitely, you definitely could create a top notch circus using some of the chosen one community figures. Huh. Like the Howard Stern Whack Pack. There's some people that are out there. Huh. Thank you, Superwoman. I appreciate it. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't I mean, I'm cool with people on here from like that I don't know in real life, but I don't talk to anyone from YouTube outside of YouTube or anything. But for some people, it's their whole entire life. Like they live for the YouTube. It's like a whole nother, it's like the movie Avatar when they go into the machines and they can interact in the other world. Well, when the people sit down at their laptops, they're going into their avatar and going to their other life outside of reality in a way. That's really how it is for some people. They are caught up in this fantasy land on the internet and they almost replace real life with it. And some people go overboard. It's wild. Yeah, I'm glad I heard Maddie hasn't been coming on lately, so people can't just copy her content and make a channel out of it and get tons of views and subs without putting in any content effort at all. That was getting old real quick. There would be 50 channels of people just replaying Maddie's stuff. I hear that. It's wild. Are you from Michigan? I don't know if you ever answered. Look how cool I am on a Friday night. I got one person in here. You're a real one, Superwoman. I appreciate that. Someone must be live that's popular, huh? Like Survivor Girl or Sharon or someone. Because I usually would have a few people in here. I don't know. I seen Tom was back in Michigan. I didn't see it on purpose. I was scrolling through my YouTube and a notification came up of a video that said back in Michigan. That guy's out there. I don't pay attention to him. I haven't watched his shit in 2 years now. Oh yeah, Survivor Girls live. No wonder. Even though I don't know anyone that did her thing anyway. I used to have a decent little posse that supported me when I'd go live. I don't know if those people are still around or not. Did Debbie ever get her channel back? I heard she got terminated. That sucks after all the years of content and someone's evil enough to try and get you terminated. Oh, you in Queens? Maybe you know freaking Joey Diamonds that was in here. New York's one place I've never been. I've really never been anywhere east. Well, I've been to uh town a little west or a little east of Pittsburgh, but other than that, I haven't been on the East Coast anywhere north of the Carolinas. I'll go to New York one day. What the frick's this keep doing? Queens. I used to watch The King of Queens. That's all I know about Queens. What's there? Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, and am I missing one? Staten Island, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. Right. No, I'm not a Marine. I've never been in the service. I think I'm missing one. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Manhattan. It seems like there's one more I'm forgetting about. No, that's all of them. Shit. Were you alive in the 80s when Brooklyn and the Bronx were war zones? I'm here. One, two, three. Let the microphone drop one time. What was worse, would you say, Brooklyn or the Bronx in the 80s during the crack epidemic? Yeah, I don't know why someone would say that. I used to train fighting and do MMA, amateur MMA, in my early 20s years ago. Maybe that's how someone got mistaken. I've seen videos of Brooklyn and the Bronx in the 80s. It's incredible how New York was able to clean those areas up and transform them the way they did, because Brooklyn and the Bronx in the 80s looked a million times worse than Detroit, Baltimore, St. Louis. It was bad. I couldn't believe how rough those areas looked in the 80s. All the project buildings were all crumbling down, and it was wild. Yeah, South Bronx was the worst area. I figured the Bronx. I forget what I was watching. You had that going on, and that's when the five mafia families were still around feuding in the 80s. What year did John Gotti go to prison? Thank you, I seen that. Yeah. So Long Island isn't considered one of the boroughs of New York City then? What's the difference of Long Island and Staten Island? I don't know shit about New York. Is Long Island, it's right there. It's not one of the boroughs, huh? You got, wow, Newark. Is that close to New York? That's wild, man. The 80s had to be crazy right there because you had Newark, you had Jersey City, all right that close to each other. Hoboken used to be rough, I heard. What about Yonkers? Is Yonkers, that's the one I was thinking of. Yonkers. That's not considered one of the boroughs, huh? Yonkers. I'm from Yonkers. See, I just Googled it and they said there's 5 or 7 boroughs depending on who you ask. Some of them leave out Long Island and Yonkers. This one says Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island. And then this one says all of those plus Yonkers and Long Island. Well, what the fuck? Is Long Island a Long Island is a neighborhood in the borough of Queens. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Is Yonkers a borough? Yonkers is not part of the boroughs. Okay. Answered my question. Yonkers. I want to go to Yonkers. What's it like in Yonkers? You ever go to Yonkers? I've never been, but Yonkers seems like a place I would like to go. What else? There's Queens. Jamaica Queen. Isn't Jamaica Queens the hood? I always hear rappers back in the 90s shout out Jamaica Queens. Jamaica Queens in this motherfucker. Brooklyn. Bushwick. Bushwick, Brooklyn. Really? John Gotti? Did you go to the Jersey Shore and party in your young days? Staten Island. Staten Island is the furthest borough, it looks like, from Manhattan. I wonder what Midland Beach is like on uh, Staten Island. Good old Midland Beach. What a cheap thing I got here. Ow. Have you ever been to Newark? Newark, however the hell you pronounce it in that accent. Union City. Can't believe how close New Jersey is. I got a map out. Let's see. How about that's gotta be Connecticut. Damn, New York's that close to Connecticut, huh? New Haven? Is New Haven's Connecticut? You ever been to New Haven? I wonder what's in New Haven. Hmm. Jamaica Queens. Nice. You ever been to the Hamptons? The Hamptons. The frick? War. Union. Montclair. Isn't Patterson, New Jersey, real bad too? There's a lot of bad areas in that whole little circle. Staten Island stinks, like literally, kind of like Southwest Detroit Delray stinks from the factories. I'm looking at I'm using Google Earth. I'm looking on random streets in Newark, and it looks nice. It looks like they freaking cleaned it up a lot. I haven't found a ghetto area yet. Have they cleaned up Newark, or am I just looking in the wrong area? What the fuck? What's the other city in New Jersey that's real bad? I hate not knowing shit late at Camden. Camden, what's worse, New York, Newark, or Camden? Newark, Newark. Okay, Camden's closer to Philadelphia. Got it. So Camden is like to Philly how Newark is to New York City. We're playing geography tonight. I heard Camden's not even dangerous anymore. It just looks bad. Come on. Newark. Out on Long Island. The Hamptons, ain't that where all the snobby people live? And the celebrities that don't stay in Hollywood? Doesn't Howard Stern live in the Hamptons? The guy from Barstools, Dave Portnoy, I think, is a Hamptons guy. I'm having charging trouble. Excuse me, we're having charging trouble. Can't believe you're the only one in here. I appreciate you. You're a trooper. is stupid. All these chargers and none of them work. What are you gonna do with that? Beat you over the head with, you filthy animal. What do you think about that? Huh, Johnny? What do you think about that, Johnny? Johnny, he said he's gonna beat us over the head. You're damn right. Tell Vinny too. There we go. Now I got something going. Uh-oh, we got two people in here. Someone joining us. Superwoman. I couldn't tell you who, but they're in here. No, they left. No, that's gross. Of Staten Island. I never knew that. Never knew that. How old are you if you don't mind me asking, Superwoman? Hey, Paulie. I'm at the market. Who's this? Darkwing Duck. Sorry I'm so boring, Superwoman. You're a trooper. Two people in here, but no one's saying anything. I need to take that nasty banner off. What am I thinking? There we go. Man, what the hell's going on, Jimmy D. Crickets? There we go. Three people in here. Hey, Darkwing Duck. Who are you, bud? Never seen you, no offense. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. coming downtown. Glad to have you. Never be around. I'm boring you all, aren't I? "32, huh? Is she single and successful? 50? You're young. You only got me by 10 years. I need to find a good woman that's at least 30. I can't be like other old guys and go after girls in their 20s. I feel like a creep. Or they can be up to like 55, I would say maybe. But being single 3, almost 4 years now is fun, but it's boring. I never spend any of my money. I never have anything to do. I play poker. I win lots of money and I never do anything with it. I just keep it in a shoebox inside a P.O. box because I don't trust banks and I don't want that kind of money at my house in case someone knows I have that amount of money and tries to rob me. I wouldn't want to have to shoot someone between their eyeballs. So I opened up a P.O. box, actually two of them. I have 280K cash in one of the P.O. boxes, 175K cash in the other P.O. box. I keep 20K on my Venmo card, and I probably got about 60K at my house, and that's my whole net worth basically. I'm not bragging. I just am very humble and full of gratitude that I had a great job the last few years, which allowed me to play a lot of poker and sports betting. And I went on a hot streak of both. And basically, I had like 15K in my savings account when I started playing poker again. And in 2 years, between poker and sports betting, I ran that 15K to about 600K. If the IRS is listening, it's all prop money. Everything I'm saying is about a movie script I'm writing. I haven't paid taxes in 2 years, but I haven't had income other than gambling in 2 years. So what they don't know won't hurt them. I can't help it when I win 10 grand on the poker table at MGM and they don't make me sign anything. They just cash me out. I don't know. Go watch the tapes, IRS. As far as they know, I have $0 since I have no. Well, they can see my Venmo. So as far as they know, I have about 19 grand to my name. And that's all they need to know. It cost me freaking 70K between four guys to rent a condo in Vegas for 3 months from June to August. That was kind of steep on the pocket. And I looked at the poker tournament schedule and I'm gonna play 7 events for sure with the total cost of all those buy-ins being almost 100K. So I better cash or win one of the tournaments. But I'll probably sell a lot of action too to my poker buddies. So what that means is say the tournament's a $5,000 buy-in, I'll tell my friend John, just to making up a name, I'll give him 20% of my action. So he'll have to pay 20% of the 5 grand entry fee. And whatever I cash and win, I gotta give him 20% of the prize. If I lose, that was the gamble he took. But that's how the poker world goes. Everyone has multiple action on them. I mean, other than the super pros, it's hard to come up with 50K for a tournament. They got a 100K tournament during the World Series of Poker. but the majority of them are $1,500. I like playing the 5K events, but there's probably over 100 tournaments in the 3 months. Some people play all of them. That's a lot of money. I can't afford that shit. The best part about it though is at night the cash games are freaking juicy because there's a lot of high profile pros in town during the World Series. There's some big games. I like playing cash game poker more than tournament poker. But yeah, I haven't worked as the CEO of my cousin's business now in almost 17 months. My profession has been pro poker player, which doesn't mean much. Anyone can say they're a poker pro if that's what they do for a living. So I'm a poker pro because that's what I do for a living now. A pharmacist, perfect. I like that. Yeah, I did a lot of work. The gambling life has only been the last 2.5 years full time. I mean, I went to college and got a degree. Then out of college, I worked as a teacher for 5 years. And then I got into logistics with my cousin's company, and I was the floor manager for 5, 6 years. Then I was the supervisor for some years. And then when he wanted to retire and move to Florida, he made me the CEO president, which I was for 3 years, making well into the six figures. But I could have stayed, but his son, my nephew, just graduated from Lehigh, and it was only right to pass the company on to his son because he went to school for that, and I wasn't going to be an asshole and say I'm not leaving this position. I want to remain and cause family problems. So I happily resigned or however retired from there. And my 26-year-old nephew, the son of the father who started the company back in the early 2000s, is now running the show, doing the job I did for the last 3 years. So it couldn't have worked out better. My cousin blessed me. I went from making freaking 50 grand a year to the high 160 grand mark. And you're right, with that extra money, since I don't spend money, I lived in a house that was passed down to me and paid off. All my cars are paid off, so I don't have many bills. I was able to play a lot of poker and sports bet, and I went on a massive heater.
in 2021 and 2022, and I ran up my life savings like 10 times the amount. And now I have a bankroll big enough to play poker pretty much the rest of my life if I manage my money smart. I'll start investing in real estate. I'm already looking at a lot of properties in the Detroit area. Real estate is one of the only things other than precious metals like gold and silver that will never lose value. If the money crashes, land and real estate will always hold value no matter what. So if you can afford it, it's good to buy land. No, I'm not addicted to gambling at all. I gamble by my means. If I addicted to gambling would be someone that can't afford to lose the money, but they're still gambling, or they're borrowing money to try to win back money that they lost. That's an addictive gambler. I have a bankroll specifically for poker. So if that bankroll ever went broke, then I wouldn't play poker anymore. But I have, I hate saying numbers because people will think I'm bragging this and that, and I'm really not. I have in the 600,000 range as my poker bankroll. That's strictly poker only. That's not my day to day living money, my bills, etc. Once that money, if it ever goes gone, which I pray it don't, I would never gamble with money I can't afford to lose. That is when you have a problem. I manage my money very smart when it comes to gambling. So I'm sure I'm addicted to gambling, but it hasn't caused any crisis situations in my life. It hasn't ruined my life. It hasn't made anything in my life difficult. Hasn't put me in any bad situations. So, to answer your question, I don't know. I love gambling, but I do it as organized as possible. Yeah, but poker's different because you're not playing against the casino. The only thing the casino is doing is making money on the rake. So it's not rigged because you got a human dealer shuffling the cards and you're playing against other humans. The casino ain't gonna rig it because they're making money off each pot during cash games. Say it's like $180 pot. The the dealer's gonna take like $40 out of that pot for the casino every time. And if it has 32 tables in the poker room and all 32 games are going, the casino's making a killing on the pot rake because you got to think how many hands of poker are played every hour. Now, slots, blackjack, roulette, all games where the house has the edge, I would say is rigged for sure. But poker, the house doesn't have the edge. You're not playing the house at all. I don't play slots. I don't play blackjack and roulette other than online. for small amounts when I'm bored. Yeah, I was working up until a year and a half ago, 10-hour days every day, running a built from the ground logistics company. My cousin started it in 2004 with just three trucks, three semi trucks, a building with three docks, and an account with only three stores. And in 15 years, he now rents out almost 40% of a major warehouse where a major company I will not name works out of. He now has 20 truck routes delivering to 15 different clients, and each of those clients have numerous stores. So he did good. Basically, we supply all of the refrigerated type food. Say like Meyer or Kroger has a warehouse where all the food is, and the people pick all the products that Kroger orders, and then it's wrapped up and put on a semi and delivered to all the grocery stores. Well, that's what my cousin's business does, but he don't do major grocery stores. He does mom and pop shops, party stores, and small grocery stores that aren't chained. And he's a multimillionaire, put it that way. He really put in the effort, and I'm proud of him, and I'm happy that he gave me the opportunity to have that position I held for 3 years, making that kind of money. But I'll never step foot in a warehouse again or around anything logistics for the rest of my life. I'm burned out. I don't want to see another semi truck being loaded for the rest of my life. I'm always about my money. I'm just not flashy, materialistic. I joke around on here making videos, but they're pure sarcastic because I'm really not arrogant and cocky about. If I don't tell people, they would never know I have. I don't wear fancy clothes, drive fancy cars. I don't need fancy items other than watches. I don't wear jewelry. I don't have giant screen TVs. I have a nice boat, a cottage up north with a few four-wheelers and snowmobiles, and that's about it. I live in a two-bedroom small house that my aunt lived in her whole life that she passed down to me. I don't live in no giant house in Bloomfield Hills or Birmingham or Nova. I live in freaking crappy Dearborn Heights because I'm not a snobby rich person. I was poor my whole life, So now that I got money, I'm not gonna act like I'm some big shot. I act how I came up, struggling. Whenever I post a picture of my poker chip that I won or am winning when I'm at the casino on Facebook to show my friends, you wouldn't believe how many girls I never met in my life are in my inbox, basically throwing themselves at me, telling me that I can have them however I want. And it's annoying, and I hate that because I know it's because they assume I have money, and they assume since I'm a guy, I'm gonna instantly jump for joy because they're telling me they're an easy piece of ass, and that makes it a huge turnoff. In my 20s, I would have been all about it, but I can't stand. And it's always young girls in their 20s. Hey, baby, you look so good. We should hang out. I'm 50. I don't hang out with anyone. I go home and read books and don't have any TVs in my house. I don't think I'm the guy you want to be around. Oh, but baby, I do. It's not good. All the girls my age or older aren't immature like that and aren't in my inbox, which sucks because I would entertain a girl if she was older. I'm not into these freaking young 20-year-old girls who have no self respect and don't care if they are treating themselves as sex objects in order to gain things that that's just not right. They weren't raised that way, I would hope. And I wouldn't want my kids, if I had any, acting like that. So they get blocked instantly. Since I broke up with my ex of 7 years, 3.5 years ago now, I've only hooked up one time. The last 2.5 years I've been celibate by choice. I told myself I'm not hooking up with anyone unless I meet someone I like or it's a very unique situation. And I've stood by my pledge this long now.
I mean, it sucks sometimes. I'm a dude, but I'm gonna stay loyal to myself and not break my rules. I'm patient. I don't care if it takes 7 years before I meet someone. So be it. That 7 years I'll be celibate. It's all good. I'll meet someone eventually. Now, if I was in my 20s or my early 30s or my drug days, I would call up an old flame, random booty call hookup every night of the week. But when I look back on that part of me, I think of what the hell was I doing? I get disgusted with my young self. I was not a gentleman at all. So I don't care if people call me weird because I choose to be celibate, but I don't care what people think of me. Nobody's opinion of me has any effect on my life. It doesn't change anything in my life. It doesn't help me gain or take away anything in my life. Their opinions only matter to them. I don't care what people think. That's why I don't talk to none of my friends that I grew up with. They're all two-faced. They still see me as the addict that was in a dark place for years. I got clean in 2017 and been clean since. Yet they look at me still like I was that same person from 10, 15 years ago when I'm doing way better than them. They're all fat and alcoholics, but I'm the one they want to talk trash and behind my back. I don't need those kind of people in my life. I enjoy being a lone wolf. I've gotten used to it. I have one friend I talk to and hang out with, and that's all I want in my circle. The less people I hang out with or talk to, the less people know my business. And there's snakes in the grass everywhere waiting for that opportunity to bite you in the leg when you're not looking. And I'm not giving those snakes the opportunity to bite me. They can go bite themselves. Losers. But seeing I don't drink, I am an introvert that's very shy and socially awkward. I don't know how I'm ever going to meet someone if I'm not playing poker. I'm at home reading books or fishing or up north by myself. I'm not a dating app guy. Maybe I'll meet a female poker player one day. Who knows? Until then, I just live in the present. I don't dwell on the past and I don't think about the future. I live in the moment.
Yes, I'm a humble loaded guy, very humble. And I'm humble because God granted me the chance to become wealthy for a reason, and I have to have and show gratitude towards that. Money's the root to all evil, and I'm not going to let money steer me towards evil. Yeah, seems like all girls are looking for a sugar daddy, and I'm not the one to look into. I will never be someone's sugar daddy ever. I don't care if the girl is a 10 plus hottest thing walking the planet. If she's a gold digger, it makes her ugly to me. I don't even do Mary Palmer, honestly. Maybe once a month, if that. I don't know. I have a high sex drive. It's just when I get in my mode, I just don't think about it. I have other priorities that are more important. It's crazy too because I'm on twice a month testosterone shots at my doctor's, which testosterone is what controls a man's libido. So I feel like I'm 20 when it comes to my energy and my sex drive, but I have willpower to stay in the path I'm in. But ever since I've been on the testosterone, I posted that picture in the community. I went from 270 something down to 198, and I don't have a ounce of body fat on me. I got flat, shredded stomach. It feels good. It's not just from the testosterone. I eat super healthy and clean, and I always go to the gym, but the testosterone definitely helps speed it up. It would have took 2 years to do what I did in 7 months without testosterone, but I'm not complaining. Testosterone's a lot healthier than anabolic steroids. It's
fixed my sleep schedule. I don't get tired midday anymore. I get solid sleep. Testosterone is the magic potion for old men. I ain't gonna lie, it freaking keeps you freaking semi 24/7, which kind of gets annoying because I like to rock gray sweatpants. So I either got to wear a long t shirt or freaking do the tuck it in the waistband. I'm not trying to walk around with my package bulging out of my sweat, looking like a creepo. I'm sure there's some perverted women that would love seeing that or like seeing guys in sweatpants, but I don't want to have people think I'm intentionally doing it. I can't help the bulge. Sometimes I wish I was born with a small wiener. It would be a lot easier. I envy dudes with small wieners that don't have to frickin' waistband tuck it in public or around family because it's not cool at all. Thank you. I haven't touched an opiate since. I still take Klonopin and occasionally I will do some Peruvian glue, but I've gotten a lot better the last few years. I used to do it at least twice a month. Now, maybe once every 2 or 3 months. Usually, if I'm with one of my cousins, I don't really like stimulants anymore or that feeling all geeked up. I used to take Adderall when I worked on the floor at my cousin's company and I loved it, but I took some a few years after when I was just chilling and it was a nightmare. If you're not moving around doing something, it's not a fun drug to be on. You freaking start tweaking, grinding your teeth and your jaw moving. It's not fun at all. Or in my 20s when I was a heavy drinker and did a lot of cocaine. And then at 3 a.m., when everyone was done partying, you take whatever girl you decide to pick that night home with you. And she gets excited to find out that it's spaghetti noodle night because of the cocaine. I've had that happen many of times way back in the day. That's when you gotta take one for the for the girl and go down and take care of her at least since she came home with you and was expecting something. At least you don't leave her empty handed. She gets something. That's just the gentleman in me. But it's not a myth. If you do enough cocaine, you'll have a limp noodle no matter how hard you try. Coke dick. They don't call it coke dick for nothing. This life got into some weird stuff. I'm just telling my whole life story. Sometimes it's good, even if you're just talking to yourself, getting things out into the universe. Thanks for what are you laughing at? What I say wrong? I'm thanking you for hanging out. Oh my God. What did I say to make you say, oh my God? If you ever get to Michigan without your family, I'll take you to the casino and show you how to win big. And then I'll compass a hotel and I'll sleep on the couch. You can have the bed. Another gentleman move. No, I'm just playing Superwoman. I'm not like that. I respect women in relationships and marriages 100%. But if they come on to me, then it's all fair game. But I would never hit on a woman who is taken. I can't. I'd be lying if I said I've never been with a married woman, but that was when I was in my 20s. I was sleeping with women in their 40s left and right. That's wild. Now those girls are in their 60s. Yeah, good thing I don't have no clue where they are these days. That's so weird thinking about it. Girls I was with in my 20s a lot are now in their mid 60s. Wow, that just tripped me out. What a douchebag I was. I knew these women were married, but it was their fault. They're the ones that would always come on to me. The fuck am I supposed to do? I'm 23 years old, drunk, horny, and I got a 42-year-old hot woman with her hand on my junk.
under the bar table saying, let's go to your place. What am I supposed to say? No, you're married? Fuck, I wasn't gonna ever say that. But now I would because I've changed drastically spiritually. I'm a different person. That person I was in my 20s is long gone and he'll never reappear. He's lost forever. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm just being goofy telling stories. Hubby's got nothing to worry about. We live too far away. I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, I was coming to Atlantic City. I go to Atlantic City a lot. How far is that from New York? New York. I go to the Borgata. The Borgata. Atlantic City. The Borgata. Honey, what the hell are you doing? I'm just listening to some guy from Detroit ramble on. Oh, okay. As long as that's it. Honey, why are you typing? No worries, I'm not scheduling a plane ticket to Detroit. Don't worry, go to bed. I'm silly. You're 50. You got 5 years yet before you're out of my target age zone. You better get to Michigan quick if you want to hang out with someone else. Oh, speaking of something to talk about, I was talking to one of these girl friends, or a friend that's a girl that I've known for years, and she was telling me about her and her friends are constantly getting wiener fish. I've never heard of that. You know, like catfishing is when you talk to someone on the internet with different pictures and stuff. Well, I guess dudes wiener fish. They'll send chicks dick pics of a bigger dick than they have, and then when they meet to hook up, the girls are expecting the dick they seen in the pictures, and they get a lot different of a dick in a bad way. And I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Wiener fishing. Have you ever heard of that before? That's got to be the dumbest thing the dudes ever. They know they're going to be seeing these girls eventually. Why would they send pictures of a different dick? I mean, what the fuck? When it comes down to when you're finally with the person in real life, what are you going to tell her? It shrank in the last few weeks and you apologize? I mean, if you got a small wiener, just tell her I got a small wiener, but I can do my best. Don't fucking get these girls' hopes up thinking they're going to hook up with a big wiener and then you pull out a freaking 3 inch
Rod. Wiener fishing. Oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I'm glad you hung out this whole time, player. Do you have Facebook or not, what's that other one? Instagram? I don't communicate with YouTubers on Facebook really, but you're cool enough. I would accept you just because you put up with me for 3 hours tonight and didn't leave at all as I rambled. You've earned my badge of honor. I don't Facebook much, but I have one and I go on it occasionally. There's two people in here. I ain't saying anything that's worth them screen recording anyway. I'm not ashamed of my life story I just told. No, for real, Superwoman. I was just gonna say, if you had Facebook, you can send me a friend request, but it's all good if you don't want to. You're one of the real ones. I have enough trust in you to give you my Facebook, but it's super rare that I give it out to a YouTuber. I mean, all they gotta do is look up my name. It's not hard. Why you haha? I'm not asking for your Facebook so I can hit on you. I just thought we could be friends. You know, Facebook pals. Have a cup of coffee, discuss the weather. Talk about that New York Giants game. All right, Superwoman, thank you for sticking through since I just talked for 2 hours. You're a trooper. I appreciate you. Now there's three silent MFers. I'm trying to do private chat, but it says everyone in the chat. I don't want to talk to everyone in the chat. silent stalking motherfuckers. How do I do this, man? How the hell do I do this? What up, what up, what up? Come in the studio, Superwoman. Then I can private chat you something. I gotta tell you a important message. Good night, player. Thanks for having the patience to listen to a homie. Much love. Ooh, I'm getting ready to end this motherfucker. No one's joining. Color me bad. Ow, my arms hurt. 5 people. Now they come when I'm about to end it. Figures. Figures. Who's all here? Say something, you silent people. Or I'm just ending it. This is dumb. Time to end it. Time to end it. End it all. End it all. Now are you happy? Night night, Superwoman. Again, thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, Darkwing Duck, you're still here? The fuck, you been listening this whole time? You're cool in my book, bruh. Oh, only got 3 people now. Peace out, Superwoman. I'm about to end this monstrosity.